Just a day or so ago, Triple C coming on headlines of a newspaper saying that they had endorsed the 2030 agenda of Emmerson Mnangagwa. This was received with so much shock and anger at the same time by many Zimbabwean people, progressive Zimbabweans, political players of Zimbabwe who are genuine, and of course, the ordinary masses of Zimbabwe. They were lambasted by many for this move, which has proven to be a very selfish move, a move that is created by people that want to fill their bellies and are not thinking about the situation or the plight of the Zimbabwean people. Soon after the development, we are now seeing that the CCC seems to be deeply divided over Mnangagwa's 2030 endorsement. So what we have seen and what we are seeing happening now, it seems like it's a bit different from what had been said prior to this. Many people thought that these MPs of the Triple C were all in agreement over this. But it's proving definitely that it's not everyone who is in that corner of supporting Emmerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF. So we have seen a letter that has been written from the Jameson Timber's faction, which is distancing itself from that endorsement that we have seen coming in the newspaper a day or so ago. So this is a letter that was written denying that idea of Mnangagwa being endorsed by all MPs of the opposition. So the letter reads, the Citizen Coalition for Change under the leadership of Chief Administrator Jameson Timber strongly condemns the attempts by other political players to subvert the constitution by pushing for the postponement of the 2028 elections to 2030. We are committed to upholding the Zimbabwe Constitution and protecting the rights of the people. The current economic, political, and social conditions are unbearable for our citizens, and it's unacceptable to consider delaying the elections, which would only prolong their suffering. We urge all citizens to come together and reject this illegal agenda to postpone the elections. We will communicate measures to fight this unconstitutional move and encourage all Zimbabweans to unite against it. When the time is right, we will take action to ensure that the will of the people is respected. The Zimbabwe Constitution is clear on the electoral process, and any attempts to alter it are a threat to our democracy. We will not stand idly by while some political players and opportunists try to undermine the Constitution for their own gain. We call on all Zimbabweans to join us in this fight for democracy and the rule of law. Together, we can ensure that the Constitution is respected and the electoral processes are held as scheduled, and that the voice of the people is heard loud and clear. And this is the message that is coming from Jameson Timber and those that are aligned to him. And these are the MPs that call themselves the Nelson Chamisa aligned MPs. I don't know, this still remains just quite a very critical and cumbersome situation. And of course, we've seen Nelson Chamisa also coming out and speaking quite so massively on Jameson Timber when Timber was out. Was inside the prison. And even when Timber came out, you still remember what happened? He even mentioned Nelson Chamisa and he said, Nelson Chamisa, my brother Sisonke. Right? We are going to get to know what really is transpiring. But anyway, the most important thing is here that what was declared by that Moyo guy, I'm forgetting his first name. There's a Moyo from Bulawayo, who is also, I think, an MP, who declared that the whole of the MPs of the Triple C are supporting the 2030 agenda. And I've heard a lot of other people that are coming and saying quite a lot against this guy who declared this. And it seems like there is a division over that. Or maybe that Moyo was just speaking on his behalf while there was no such total or unanimous agreement that was ever met by these MPs. So whether they vote for Mnangagwa, go on, or not. We don't really, personally, I don't really trust these guys anyway. Whether they are going to vote for Mnangagwa to go on and the like, they can try to do it all they like. But the truth of the matter is Mnangagwa's plans are not going to go anywhere. Whatever that is planning, the shenanigans, and all these dirty plans that he's putting in place for him to remain in power over and over until he hands over to his Mafidi dynasty and his children. It's not going to happen. It's not going to come to pass. So let them think, those that think that they will support Mnangagwa and benefit from it, let them continue to deceive themselves. They'll be shocked to find that Mnangagwa is somehow along the way going to hit a brick wall. And once he hits that brick wall, Mnangagwa is not going to recover from it. And for all those that will have stood with him, you can imagine what is going to be happening to you. The Zimbabwean people would want justice. Zimbabwean people are going to come after you. They would want answers for all this that you are doing. Because many think that Mnangagwa is invincible, untouchable, and Mnangagwa can do what he wants, and he can succeed in all shenanigans that he is planning. But this is very sad for our politics in Zimbabwe. As long as we continue to have politicians who are like this in Zimbabwe, who are greedy and who are selfish, who think about themselves and not the rest of the people, then our country will be a problem to liberate. We want leaders that are so strong on sacrificing. This is supposed to be a sacrifice. We need to fight this war, even when it does not benefit us directly at the moment, but still join hands and fight until the country is free. Then everyone will, at the end of the day, have equal opportunities to also have something to do that is progressive in the new great Zimbabwe. So that is the fight we have. And our appeal is that we need to make sure that we choose people and we choose leaders. And those that are wishing to join in the political divide, please make sure that you are going there with the reason and the purpose of saving the people of Zimbabwe and defending the people of Zimbabwe from the oppression that we've seen for so long from ZANU-PF. Those that are enabling ZANU-PF are just digging their own political graves. You are not going to be ever again near any seat of politics again. The people of Zimbabwe are aware. They are watching you very, very closely, and they know what they are going to do in the near future. So you can destroy your political career today by your choices, but don't cry foul tomorrow, because Zimbabwean people are going to be wide awake come the next time that leaders have to be chosen. So this is what it is, family. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. Remain blessed. Let's pray for Zimbabwe. Let's believe God for Zimbabwe. Freedom is coming.